What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders. Right now we're riding this dragon to the downside, it looks like. We are sitting at a nice little price of 260 with the low on the day so far of 254. So we have come up a few dollars from the low. I'm going to delete this fib real quick, just, let's take a general look at it on the 1 hour here, 1 hour time frame. We are below the purple line. We are below the 50. We actually just had a fresh cross below the 50, so this move is, to me, looking more legitimate, right? On the 4 hour here, we are above the 50 still, but, we don't have to move down right now. We could move down, we could come back up, chill again, and then have our actual move down. We haven't, looking at the daily, we haven't broken out of this range just yet. At the moment, if we were to close here, we have 4 hours, 43 minutes left in the day. If we were to close here, yes, we would have a lower daily close after yet another lower daily close, and another lower daily close. But, the last time we had a low daily close was this candle here, or not the last time, but the first time, I guess. We had our low here, we had a lower close here, and then we wicked down, but then we came back up in spectacular fashion. And, we came back down, whatever. Had a lower daily close, and then we went up from there. We're having a lower daily close. Could we go up from here? Yeah, we could. We haven't broken out of the range yet. Although I think we are about to. I think we are at the forefronts of that. I really do. I kind of, looking at it on the 4 hour even, if we zoom it out a little bit, you had this kind of wedge-ish, pennant-ish kind of formation forming, right? Like it would probably even be just like that, like literally just like that on the bottom. And then at the top here, you had, I guess we can take it all the way back there. You had this, right? And we could keep drawing them out. They could have their apex or whatever down over here. You generally don't fill out the whole pattern. You do break out at like 69% of the pattern. And the fact that we're below the purple line right now and just potentially 41 minutes, 48 seconds left, breaking below it on the first go, you would normally want to see support on this line, at least find support and then go lower if this is to be a move that's to be bought into. I don't think it's a move to be bought into. I think that it will soon be a move to be sold into. What would validate that would be if we break below on a closing basis, not on a wicking basis. We actually bounced right off it, which, to be fair, is not a bad look. To be fair, it's not a bad look. But, there's still a lot of time left in this. We did just break out of this kind of pennant-ish triangle, whatever. I don't know what to make of this range. We are definitely having a break out of it right now. Low volume, not a whole lot of volume. This is on Coinbase. Let's go to Binance, although Coinbase should be significant enough. Yeah, still low volume on Binance. Maybe we've yet to see the volume come in, or maybe this is an illegitimate move. Maybe this is a fake out, but we had a pretty sizable breakdown for this to be a fake out. If this was a fake out, we would have a pretty spectacular move up. But the main reason, guys, that I'm expecting that we do go lower from here, and it's the same stuff that I've been saying for I don't know, since June. Is that we haven't had from low to top, we haven't had a sizable retracement yet. We haven't even touched the 236, let alone the 382. And Bitcoin Cash loves this 0.5 line, right around the 173 area. I was saying I've been giving Bitcoin Cash a minimum price target of about like 180, 185, somewhere in there, with a more likely price target to be below 173. I personally, right now, I have 5 buy orders layered throughout 180 to the 145 area. I think the lowest buy order I have is at 145 actually, and that's because it's just below the 618. I would expect if we were to go to the 618 that we would go a little bit below it. I think that we would hold this level, but it's not uncommon. It's not completely uncommon to go below it, bounce off this 6.9 area, and then close back above the 618 in the same day. This the way it looks would be like multiple days worth of price action, but I'm talking about all in the same day. I wouldn't expect a daily close below the 618. If we do get one, I bet it'd be a fake out. But at the moment, guys, we are moving down. And there's who knows why. Like there might be a news story behind it. There might not be. Really the real reason why is we had a 263% move up, and we have not had any sizable retracements afterward. We have had no volume coming in to back this rally to keep going higher. So we need to go lower to find areas for people to have interest in it and increase that volume to send us up higher. It's very common for Bitcoin Cash to have very sizable retracements, at least to around the 0.5 area. And that's why, you know, like I'm not even considering buying right now. It is a nice drop, you know, as far as daily candles go. This is one of the bigger red candles that we've seen. You know, other than this one here, this is one of the big red candles that we've seen on a body basis. But it's you know 5.5%. It's not that much. Again, we haven't broken out of this range yet. I am excited. I do think that this look on the 4 hour where we broke out of this ascending kind of wedge here, or like a pennant, whatever you want to call it. I am kind of excited about that. I'm not gonna lie, but we've yet to get a lower low in yet. You know, so I'm still. I wouldn't say I'm even cautiously bearish, but I'm still holding my breath. I'm still holding my breath on this move. You know, it could very well bounce up again from here. We could form lower highs. We could take our sweet time, man. It might not go down today. It's the 14th today. It could be the 16th or the 19th before we actually break out of this range. Though I don't think that's going to happen. I do think we're going to see it in the more immediate time frames. But, you know, that's yet to be seen. We are breaking below the purple line again. This long-term RSI is above the 50. The 1 hour long-term RSI is below the 50, signaling that we probably do have a short-term lower move to come. We did just get into the oversold zone on the 1 hour. What's very common to do, you know, it's common to just go into it, dip out of it, and come out like this. But whenever you get this low, it's very common to come back up to this area or even lower areas, whatever, somewhere around here. Just somewhere in the oversold zone, come back down and form a higher low, marking the, you know, bullish divergence that you'd have. You know, you'd have lower lows in prices, higher lows in the RSI, and that would mark the immediate move on a 1 hour just being done. You know, and when I say done, that doesn't mean that we're done moving down. You know, something like this might take us to about 240 to the 230 range, something like that. It might not even take us that low. Ultimately, I would expect us to go lower, but generally, you know, things don't move in straight lines. I wouldn't expect it to just go straight down from here. And this RSI being oversold is telling us that, you know, it's getting ready to probably take a break to the downside. But let's see. I mean, it might not yet. You know, let's just go back and see on the 1 hour. You know, for this range, to be fair, this is the strongest move bearishly that we have seen in this range. We are at the lowest readings of the RSI that we've seen out of this entire range that we've been in, okay? The last time that we were this low or lower, I'm going to draw a line to kind of keep it in reference, for reference's sake. You can see there's a little gap in between all these. This one here was the last time that we really were this low in the RSI. And, you know, we didn't really go lower after that. You know, we didn't really go lower after that. But to a certain degree, you know, we had this drop before, this bigger drop, which kind of, I feel like was that was the bottom. So I mean, I don't know, man. We don't have to go lower than this price, and that's kind of what I was saying earlier by saying that we haven't broken out of this range on the daily yet. We're still in it. Yes, we've broken out of this range on the 4 hour, this little ascending range, but so what? You know, we still have yet to take out this low. As bearish as this does look, and I am excited about it, you know, I'm still not counting my chickens before they hatch. Looking at the daily again on the RSI, you've got lower highs, lower lows coming. This does look kind of abysmal, man. This looks like a straight, you know, like a structure that you would see go down. I would think for the bulls, if you wanted any kind of hope, you'd want to bounce off of the 50 area. For the bears, you would want to break below this 50 area, and I do expect that we will break below it. We might get into the oversold zone on the daily. We might not. It doesn't have to happen, but, you know, that's just something to pay attention to, I think. Especially like since we're so close to this 50 area, it's probably worth paying attention to at the moment. And even more so, actually, this might be a more appropriate area to pay attention to, the one that we're in right now, because we had resistance here before. Could we find support on it now? It's possible. It's totally possible. Man, I feel like I said a lot. I forget if I said this already, but the weekly, man, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. You've got this wick to the upside. You've got 2 days and 5 hours left, short of a green, you know, upside tick over the next 2 days to kind of invalidate this down move. This could very well look like, and it does look like, in my opinion, the beginning of a down move on the weekly basis, which, you know, at a minimum, without fibs, without anything, just looking at it, I would expect that we would go somewhere around these previous highs, you know, anywhere from there to there, and then maybe at a closing high basis, which would have been like right there. That's anywhere from like 165 to 141. On a fib perspective, from low to high, I would expect a minimum retracement down to around $200, which is kind of where we closed and opened these weeks right over here, right? If not more likely below the 0.5 to the 618 area, and this whole kind of area right here where these fibs are, it's right where those 3 white lines are. So I really do think we could see prices going somewhere down there. But that's all I got for you guys. I don't know if there's anything really else worth talking about. I don't think that there's any like huge calamity of an event that's going on that's causing this. I think it's just normal behavior, man. It's nothing to be upset about, right? If it goes lower, if you're holding your Bitcoin cash bags and you're like, no, I wanted it to go to $1,000. I wanted to buy a house. Like, damn it, Chris, why is it going down? Man, just whatever money you have, because I would hope that nobody has all of their money in it at the top, right? I would hope nobody has all their money in it. If you do, that's okay. Just hold through it. But that's not financial advice. It's just my opinion. But if we were to keep going lower from here, this is just more buying. That's all it is. It's just more buying. You thought you were going to be rich if it went up from here. Well, guess what? Now you have a second chance to load up on your bags, and when it goes up from there, to make even more money than you would have if you just held from this position. So I wouldn't be too upset about it. I know I'm not, because I'm not in Bitcoin Cash at all. I've been waiting to get into it, man. I've been waiting to get into it, and I think patience will pay off. I think we're seeing the beginnings of that. Hopefully, I'm not tooting my horn too early here, but again, the daily RSI looks like trash in my opinion. At least from like a bullish perspective. The 4-hour RSI, we're even getting into the oversold zone, and the 1-hour RSI as well. So I think we are in the beginnings, the rumblings of a greater move to the downside. And again, it does not have to happen in one day. It doesn't have to happen in 1 week. It took us more than a week to go from this low to this high. I would expect that it will take us probably more. This move here, how quick this move was, I bet if we were to move down, let's say we move down to like the 173 area where that 0.5 is right there. I would assume that all in all, it would take us at least twice as long to do that, right? If this move took us 10 bars from where we are at the top to where we would bottom, I mean, I don't know, that's 20 bars. I would assume it would at least take us twice as long, which would put us at around the 20th of July. So the last week of July, the last 10 days of July might be the area that we bottom. It might be the area that like we're getting to the bottom. It's hard to say now because we are a little bit a ways from that, but we'll keep that in mind. We'll pay attention to it. I'll keep you guys informed with my opinions and everything. And beyond all that, I hope everybody's doing okay. If you bought up here, man, let's say you bought the actual top. Okay, let's say you bought the literal top. You're the most unlucky person and you bought the top. Okay, right now you're at a 21% loss. That sucks, man. I wouldn't feel comfortable selling at that point, But again, if you don't sell at that point, you are risking something that's like a, potentially a 47% drop or more, which from the current price, you already have a 24% drop. That would be an extra 32%. Maybe taking some losses is okay, but I don't know. I think the time to have taken losses would have been once we broke this low here, once we had this daily close here. That would have been the time to take losses. Personally, I think if you want to trade it, go do you. But I think for a more like safe kind of asset management perspective, what you would want to do is not treat this like a sell if we break down from here. Don't treat it like a sell. Treat it like I can buy more. That's it. Whatever money you've got, like that you're saving up, that you're making, whatever that you want to invest, maybe just wait and buy more down at these areas. Don't worry about selling, because again, man, this thing isn't done. It is going to go like very, very high places. I mean, this is just the beginning, guys. This really is just the beginning. I think it's going to be worth tens of thousands of dollars by the end of 2025, probably sometime toward the beginning of it even. So selling it here, even with the coming drop, if you were to buy it right here, you're going to feel like a genius in a couple of years or a year and a half even. So don't worry about selling. That's not the perspective I would have. I would worry about buying more. That's all I got to say. So I hope that doesn't sound too crazy to anybody. I hope I made sense at least. And if not, leave a comment as to why I don't make sense, please. I like to know how dumb I sound too at times. But yeah, I guess I got nothing else to say other than that. yeah, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.